Hello, 6th grade. Here we are talking about Chapter 15, The Man of the Island, the last chapter in Part 3. And when we last left Jim, his heart was beating in his chest. He's got some new danger. And Jim's looking around at the start of this chapter. And he sees something moving in the trees, and he's freaked out by it. It's moving fast. It's not moving like any normal hearing. It's whoever it is, it's hunched over. And then he realizes it is a person hunched over. And he fears he's heard stories of North America. Remember, North and South America were unexplored wilderness in the 1700s for the most part. And Jim's heard stories of cannibals, and he's afraid he's going to have someone come and eat him. But then Jim remembers something that gives him a little bit of confidence. He's almost ready to call out for Silver's help, but then Jim remembers something. He has a gun. And remembering that he's not defenseless, Jim gets a little more confidence, and he walks up to this man who's running about fully hunched over and asks him who he is. And the man explains that he is Ben Gunn, and he's been trapped on this island for 3 years. And Jim thinks, were you shipwrecked? But no, he was marooned. Marooned meaning he was stranded on the island. Intentionally. Jim looks at Ben Gunn's clothes, and they're a mess. They're made out of an old sail, and they're tied together with sticks and bits of string and buttons, and they're falling apart. And Ben Gunn asks him, he says, I've been eating clams and wild berries and goats for 3 years. Do you have any cheese? Especially toasted, that would be great. Ben Gunn, what he has missed the most has been cheese. And Ben Gunn asks Jim if maybe he can get a ride home. And Jim says, well, I think the squire would be all right with that. And then he starts asking about, and then Jim makes a big decision. He decides to tell Ben Gunn about the situation he's in. He lets Ben Gunn in on everything that's going on with the mutiny. And Ben Gunn says, it's good that you put your trust in me. I'm a trustworthy guy. Now, he has a few questions for Jim. He says, do you think the squire would let me keep 1,000 pounds of treasure? And that's not like physical pounds. No, that's representing British currency, which in today's money, he's not asking for a lot. He says he's asking for about 100 grand there, which is a lot, but not a lot compared to the treasure. And Ben promises, Jim, you'll be glad you trusted me because I'm rich. I'll make you wealthy, Jim. Jim thinks Ben Gunn's a little crazy here, but we, the audience, can think for a second. How might Ben Gunn be rich if he's stranded on Treasure Island? Ben Gunn explains that he's a pious man and that he prays a lot. He's never going to drink rum again, except for maybe one glass for good luck. And he misses his mother. He's a religious guy. And he basically asks Jim if he can work out a deal with the squire that he can get a ride back to England. Jim says, I'm sure the squire will be happy to have anyone who can actually sail when it comes to going back, because we're going to have to deal with so many of the crew who are pirates. And if he can keep the 1,000 pounds of it. But then, as Jim says, yeah, he thinks the squire would agree to that. And Ben Gunn's like, you haven't made a mistake trusting me. You'll be glad you chose to trust me, Jim. Trust me, trust me, trust me. They hear the sound of a boom and a cannon's going off as it's revealed now that a fight is going on between the pirates and the honest crew. And that is where we're left. What do you guys think of Ben Gunn? Is he trustworthy? Has Jim made a good decision? Has Jim made a bad decision? Give me your reasons why below in the comments. What do you think is going to happen in this battle between the honest hands and the pirates? Jim walks out and he sees the Union Jack, that's the British flag, flying over a stockade. Do you think that's a sign that, hey, things are going to go well for the honest hands, or do you think it's going to be really bad for them when all is said and done? They're still outnumbered. Go ahead, leave your thoughts in the comments below, 6th grade, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.